When I breathe into you and I feel right to the bone.
Greetings and happy Friday.
I think it's Nueve.
Happy weekend.
Oh, we're done.
Okay, cheers to number 9.
Royals won today.
I don't know. Go Royals.
They're kind of stinking, but anyway.
We're Royals fans. Tried and true. For our shirts.
Old shirt.
Good enough to turn the valleys into mountaintops.
So we wanted to start tonight with a recipe review.
Which is new. We haven't done.
We are in our 30s, so we should be reviewing
We cook a lot.
age-appropriate things.
And we cook a lot, and we don't really talk about it, but
She
every
cooks a lot.
night that we host this wonderful show that you're watching, we cook. Eat
She
beforehand.
cooks.
You actually cook.
She cooks. We eat.
We podcast.
Yeah.
We drink. Maybe. A couple.
Anyway, so tonight I found a new recipe for stuffed peppers. Normally, the recipe she uses is like a pepper and then meat and rice and like spaghetti
marinara sauce. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a recipe I got when I lived in Arizona from a guy I worked with.
It's amazing.
It's really good. Like, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But she came to me with one, and I was like, well, frickin' A, let's try it, right?
Yeah, and essentially it's kind of the same recipe, but you take the marinara out and you put actual tomatoes in it.
Had more
And
veggies
then-
inside the pepper.
Yeah,
Where
zucchini, peppers.
The veggie is the pepper.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a really good recipe.
It was
We can put the link below.
Had
But
a lot more cheese in it. My hands smell like garlic. It's terrible.
yeah, it had garlic in it where your recipe does not have garlic, but
You could add.
just 2 different variations,
It's good
and they warm up really well.
They usually warm up better than the original
It's
recipe.
kind of like spaghetti or sloppy joes.
Chili.
Yeah,
I think tomato-based things.
so much better than I would
Maybe.
say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, we're getting like all like mom down here.
Yeah, we're housewifing.
Domestication.
Speaking of, it's me and the Cajuns' 9-month anniversary,
The Cajun.
so that's exciting.
Happy 9 months.
9 months. Cheers to us.
They
Cheers to
look through the grains. Good enough to make the ocean look like it's a bond. Good enough to turn the valleys into.
Yes.
So that's a big deal. Oh yeah, so you DTR'd. So our first actual topic tonight. So remember we talked about DTRing.
It was out there on the podcast, and he watched it. And I was like, so apparently, like y'all made you.
I
made
didn't
me
want to
feel like
force
I was
it.
like 9 years old or something.
Well, I didn't mean to force it, but I feel like
at
you
9.
should know if it's exclusive or not.
No. So it is. So we'll see what happens.
So how did it happen though? You were like, "Do you?" And he's like, "I do."
I wrote on a piece of paper. I said, check yes or no. No,
And
just
he
kidding.
wrote his own column that said maybe,
I said F yes.
and yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. I
Uh-huh.
wrote about. No.
No, I was like, so apparently we're supposed to do TR, and he goes, yeah, it's exclusive, and I was like, okay, fine.
Aw, that's the best answer ever, though. Like, not making a big deal out of it. Like, wait, you want to be girlfriend and boyfriend? Like, that's the wrong answer.
Like
you
you'd already seen the
overreacting.
podcast, so
Nights we stay up, yeah we're stuck, but we're more than free. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
wait, look at this. There.
Dude, we should talk about when friends get too drunk.
I love you, Sam.
She needs
It's
a
all
code name.
good, but I need it to go away because I got my dress from last week, and nobody wants to say this in it.
Yeah, the big event is this Thursday,
Yeah.
so that shit needs to go away.
The dress reveal will be next week.
Okay, but also, like, protocol when your friends get too drunk.
Yeah. So, I mean, it happens. Let's
I
just
feel
go
like
there.
I feel like it could happen occasionally and be okay. Like,
I think if it happens consistently, it's obviously a problem
yeah.
because nobody wants to be a babysitter. Even if, like, so my friend and I go to, like, a lot of concerts and things like that together, and Usually there's someone there to kind of like wrangle in the crazy, take care of us. So I feel really bad for that person.
The person who has to normally wrangle us.
I adore
but-
you, MB.
I feel like he's known us long enough that he can assume that we get a little cray-cray.
Right. So this last week it was just me and my friend. We behaved, like we had rides and like nothing crazy was happening. But then she got like super and bit me, and so this is the residual blood of the biting. That's over a week old, and I adore her. And we're only talking about it because we all do these things.
I think it's funny that she bit you, though.
Like I bit
It's
her
not my
before.
body. But
I bit her before.
what possesses you to bite someone when you're drunk?
Well, it's not the drinking; it was the concert experience. Like we were so excited that it was like, oh my god! But she bit me like 4 times, and this one was a little
I've never
excessive.
bit
So
anybody.
we're
I
like
don't
reeling
know.
it in.
Maybe it's just a you guys thing.
The
Maybe
biting.
it's an Eric Church thing. I don't know.
The others weren't, but she knows that she does that, so like she's like aware. But I think everyone has those like when they're too drunk, like what do you do? Like
Yeah, like
let us know, like what's your thing? Like if you're too drunk, what happens?
do you cry?
Pee your pants?
Oh, we've been there. We have been there. If you drink and drive, that's not safe, man. Don't do it.
Don't do that. It's
You
not
guys
worth
are
it.
expensive. Public service announcement.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, but like we've all been there when we've been too drunk, like and like crying or like over
Yeah, are you
emotional.
like overly emotional,
Or
like
loud.
the sobber? That's a big one.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Or you're really loud and obnoxious, like oh everyone needs to party at my level because I'm wasted.
like I'm loud and obnoxious anyway, and like get drinks in me, and then it's like a whole. And especially if we're together. and,
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna
drunk,
feed off of each other.
It's a thing.
And Sam.
Isn't it funny though how you do feed off? Like you can have like say you have 3 beers at home, like at a dinner or whatever you're hosting, and you have 3 beers when you're like out at the club. It's like a different dynamic, like influences
Yeah.
like your level of drunkenness, and it's weird, but it's true. Like I'm 34, and
I
like,
think
that's
it's the
a thing.
environment.
Totally
Yeah.
the environment.
Because here, like, we've been drinking, but not, like, excessively.
But we've had quite a few, but I'm not like, woo.
Yeah.
But if we were like out on the town
Yeah.
and I'd had the same amount, it'd be on.
But, like, the energy of the surroundings, I think, like, has a
It
lot to do
does.
with it.
It's so
But-
weird to me.
Or
that-
there's also those drunk
matters.
people who, like, just want to be best friends with everyone. Like, you think everyone is your best friend, even though you've never met them before. You think the bartender's your best friend. You think the lady handing out, like, towels in the bathroom is your best friend.
Everyone that comes to the bar is your best friend.
Yeah.
Anyone you pee next to is your best friend.
Yeah. If you're, like, taking care of a friend who's wasted, like, I would say do it a couple times. And if it becomes, like, every time you go out, like, consecutively, like, they're getting like that, there needs to be a conversation. Like, don't put up with that shit.
Well, especially if, like, the 2 of you, or more, whatever, like, go out and you're like, we're going to take an Uber, and we go somewhere, and, like, we're both going to have fun. But that person gets so excessively drunk that it's, like, the biggest buzzkill.
Yeah,
You're just
and then
like-
you're worried about them getting, like, abducted. I mean,
You're like,
like-
well, I can't get wasted because they're so far wasted.
yeah. But then, yeah, and if you're one of those people that doesn't get wasted very often, like, the night that you go out downtown, like, the one
You're
night...
like, it's on. It's
the
happening.
2 nights a
You're
year
the
that
night.
happens, like, you are set to, like, go get drunk and have a safe night. They are set to go get shit-faced, blackout drunk and have someone take care of them, which is not okay. The table's a little sensitive.
Was breaking the toilet. So anyway, I mean, like, with the babysitter thing, like, obviously it's cool to remember, like, someone always has to be the responsible one, but if you're doing it all the time, like, they're not your friends, so maybe you should just be like,
We go even higher than we are strong. And the cracks in the walls covered up by the sheets.
maybe
Wait, you
another
didn't debut
female.
your tattoo.
Oh! So last week we rewatched our podcast when we did it, and we were like, oh, we didn't talk about my tattoo. So I got a new tattoo. And so it says, I love you. I'm always really bad at language jingle. I love you, Mom. But it's my mother's handwriting. She passed away in 2010. 10, yeah. She passed away in 2010. And I found it in a book. And my younger sister and I are like, oh, we should get those for, like, our sister tattoos. So I did it. It was super quick. Took like 15 minutes. Pretty cheap. But I love it. He did a great job. I get a lot of compliments on it. But
Really?
I do. I was like, oh, what's your tattoo?
I like it. It's like
and then I'm like,
simple.
it's my mom's handwriting. They're like, oh, that's awesome. Right?
But it's like simple and like meaningful and not too like
Super
gaudy.
meaningful.
Yeah,
Like, I know she loves me, but like, I look at it and like, it makes me smile. It makes me
I like it.
I adore it. So yes, new tattoo. We'll have a new tattoo
We
reveal.
both have wrist tattoos.
Hopefully in a couple
We
months.
both have wrist tattoos.
Yours is hair.
Mine's hard to
Weird.
see. There we go.
The wristage.
Got the world in a hand like a land. Good enough to make the.
It's the day and age of, okay, I think it's always been the day and age of being invited to those, like, the parties. So you had, like, bird show.
Not drunk parties.
Mary
like,
Kay.
I'm selling shit.
Come by my
Yeah.
shit parties. Right?
Yeah.
So now they're, like,
CBMS.
turning into virtual parties. Come buy my leggings online.
AKA, you
Buy
don't have
my
to host
candles.
anything. You just want people to buy your shit.
Buy my shit online.
Yeah,
You know,
buy a
like-
spatula for $30. I mean, and then I feel like they guilt you into it.
Because
though,
they're like,
too.
you're my friend.
Yeah.
Or I kind of sort of know you, so buy my shit online.
Don't you want to contribute to my small business?
I'd rather go to Walmart and get it for like $2.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry.
I don't need the name.
I'm
of
not a
Pampered
thing.
Chef.
I don't do it.
Although, I think rarely you're like, maybe I would like that product. Very
Rarely.
rarely. So
yeah.
I don't like hate these people that host these parties because like
I don't hate the people.
whatever. Like I love Tupperware. I love spatulas. I like leggings.
No, I don't hate the people. Like I that's what hurts though. That's what's hard because I'm like I like you and I think it's great you're like trying this and doing something new. But I'm like I can't spend $30 on a spatula
No.
and I don't want your reminders. So when I unfriend or unlike your group, don't re-add me because obviously I did.
Well, and then we like go to the party because they're like, oh, well, just come and like drink
the regular
wine.
party. Yeah, come have fun. We'll do a makeover, like the Mary Kay one. So
Yeah.
who doesn't want a little bit of pampering? Like you watch,
But you have to do
and
your
you
own makeup though.
apply, but you get and then I always break out after those. I'm not kidding. Like
No,
it's
my
not
face is
it's not Mary
sensitive.
Kay. Like I'm saying, like any of the facial whatever ones, I break out every time. I'm like, I look like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, I'm my skin's really sensitive, so that
Mine
would
is
not be
too.
ideal for me.
Like my skin's used to my regime.
Yeah, I've been to one makeup tutorial. I had my makeup done once at MAC, which was amazing, but it was like way too much makeup. But it was fun to like get your makeup done. I went to one Mary Kay tutorial, and that was like probably
A couple months ago, yeah.
And you have to do your own makeup,
Yeah.
and I'm
But
like,
you get to pick all the colors and like.
I didn't get to pick anything. They just put like shit that matched your skin, like on your little palette.
Oh,
And then they're like, oh, apply this. And you're like, okay, well, I'm here because I don't know how to apply it. I don't know what matches me.
Like you want,
and I don't know how to do makeup.
I think with
So-
Mary Kay, you don't get that. Like it's more of a you select versus like I want to come to the makeup professionals to say, what do you think looks good on me? So there's a big difference in those. That's true.
Yeah.
I did buy a blush off a Mary Kay thing that I was like, it's too bright, and I'm in love with it. Like I love it, and I won't
That's
stop
good
buying
though.
it.
But you have like
It's like $20.
you have like one item that is that much, and it lasts for a long time.
It does.
But
And
like I can't
don't-
afford to be a Mary
put it on this
Kay
morning,
like
but-
makeup person. Like I can't afford it.
And like that life is hard. Like if that's what your income is, like it's hard because there are a lot of people like us that are just like, I like you, but I can't do it. Like
Yeah.
the person I buy the Mary Kay from, I adore her. Like everything about her is wonderful. She's a wonderful human. She's a wonderful salesman. She's a wonderful everything. Like we had so much fun at the little party thing it was a year ago. But I'm like, I'm gonna keep buying the blush, but I can't do the party, and I don't want to host a party.
Yeah. Then you
So,
feel
like, you
more
have
guilty.
The
by
jewelry
association.
ones. So jewelry, leggings, makeup, kitchen utensils. Like there's something for everything. And like if you can do that and it works for you, like I applaud you and I'm not downplaying you. I'm just like I can't afford you.
But then sometimes you feel like you can't talk to those friends that sell shit without them being like, oh, well, there's a party coming up. Like, can we just hang out and drink wine and like not talk about the shit you sell?
So my daughter went to a birthday party and I take her there like as a drop off party. which are great, by the way. So I take her there.
Don't feel guilty about that, Mom.
No, it's
Drop that shit off.
the best 2 hours of your life.
Wait,
so
best 2 hours that you go grocery shopping and do errands.
It's true.
Yeah.
And maybe sit for like 10 minutes and watch TV. It's not good. So I take her there. And she's like, I was like, so I can drop her off? She's like, yeah, it's up to you. It's fine. Because my daughter's kind of at the limbo age. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to drop her off because I feel fine about it. And my friend, Hank, is going to pick her up. So it was great. And she's like, oh, but before you go, I'm starting a VIP group for these leggings. We all know the leggings. The leggings.
You don't even wear leggings.
And I don't.
She doesn't know anything about
I'm
you.
a little anti-legging. That's a new topic.
She's not here yet. It's okay.
So she's like, but you know, I want. But before that, she was like talking me up and talking my daughter up, and like, I volunteer in class. Your daughter's so beautiful, and I was like flattered. But then she's like, but I want to sell you my leggings, and I was like, she was totally talking me up to sell her stuff. Like, I really feel that way. So like, I'm not like that.
Like, I don't know what the big deal is about it. I feel like LuLaRoe leggings are in the same... Thank you. You're welcome. I feel like LuLaRoe leggings are in the same category as the Vera Bradley.
Oh,
It just...
overpriced.
It's too much. Like,
And,
gaudy...
And like everyone has to have it, so it's like, is it special anymore?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, and the leggings aren't that much. They're like $25, $30, right? Which seems like a lot for cotton, but...
are they all cotton?
Yeah, well, they're like stretchy. No, I
I
have one pair
you
that
got
I
them
bought.
like a Tyga ones.
I do. I have tiger ones that I am obsessed with. I love them. I just got them.
I think she wore them for 3 days straight.
They're super comfortable. I accidentally ordered the TC, which actually means not like typical
Coochie?
Coochie? They mean tall and curvy, aka bigger than me. But I feel like I'm like in that weird...
You are.
Not
'cause, like,
regular size, not big size.
you're not short. But
And
I
I'm
guess
not
you're not tall.
thin. So I
You're
feel like
definitely
one size could have
curvy.
been too small.
You're curvy.
But one size is for like skinnier people.
So
and then,
one size fits a lot.
yes, like of maybe like size 12 and under.
You know what's funny to me is thinking about all the people I see that wear leggings, and I'm like, they need the tall and curvy. If you're tall and curvy, like, order them. And if you're not,
yeah.
it's okay. But if you are...
But tall and curvy, it just gives you like a little bit extra like here. So when I wear them, they fit from here down. But here, there's just like a little bit too much fabric. So you're like...
And we live like legends now. No, that will never die.
So we're going to disclose 3 things that you don't know about each of us.
And maybe we don't know them about each other.
Okay, so one thing you don't know about me is that my ancestors had their own circus.
You told me
Did
that.
you know that?
You told me that, but you, like, just found that out, right?
So, Samson Family Circus.
Oh, my
So
God.
my grandpa, that's his last name. They had, like, the ring, the, like, circly ring things where you do the, like, flip-diddy, and then they had, like, band players, and then, like, a hairy woman, which makes sense. Anyway, there was a circus. I think it was in the early 1900s.
That's so funny.
Late 1800s.
So did you, like, Google it?
I don't know. I haven't tried. I'm pretty sure they didn't have the internet back then, though.
Yeah.
So I'll provide a photograph of evidence next time, maybe.
I don't want to see your hairy woman.
No. 50 Shades.
We already talked about that one.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, my family is Native American, and my Native American last name, get this. You aren't gonna know this, and they're not gonna believe me, but it's split lug. So I know it. My family has passed it down, even though it's hard to trace because my four-time great grandma like had a kid. Then my last name, people adopted it. That kid. But I'm a split lug, so, you know, you can call me that. And I'd say
Would you ever consider
It's
reverting
badass.
back to your maiden heritage Native American?
I would. Because why wouldn't you? That's so fun.
That's awesome.
Like, I think if you can trace it, it's cool. Like, that's
I mean,
family.
Your maiden name is pretty legit anyway. Like, it's cool. There's history. Like, but split log? You may not know this about me. I worked on a farm in high school. Actually, I worked on 2 farms in high school. One of them was a dairy farm where we had to put on the electronic milker things.
Yeah, that's
Like, they,
what
like,
I
hooked
did
up to the
as
teeth.
a small child.
Yeah, that, but adults. Yeah.
I didn't know you did that. I really
Teen.
didn't.
Also, I worked
Just
on
wowing me.
another farm in Missouri that was he put the hay into the big bales, and then I would go around with a truck and fork them and move them and put them in.
You
the
did
place.
that?
I did.
I'm impressed.
Pretty precision backing up there though, because you have to
Hank's
I'm a farmer.
That makes me realize she's pretty damn handy.
I do things.
Okay, so I'm from a farm in Missouri. 34 years old. I've never shot a gun before. Guess what I did today?
You shot a gun?
Yeah.
No.
Look!
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, where were you at?
So these. Okay.
Wait, go back to the one with the weapon in it.
Well,
What?
so these guys I work with go all the time. They're like, "Come with us," and I'm like, "I'm working." So then Gilligan shoots, and the guys were talking about it, and I was like, I wonder if they'd mind if I asked Gilligan to come with. He could meet people I work with, which is another big step.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey, the guys at work are going to go shoot on Friday. Do you want to go? I'll go.
Yeah.
He knew that I had never been too, because he'd asked me about it before. And he's like, yeah, sure, let's go. So we go, and I shot a handgun. I shot the AR, and
whoa. Was it cool?
They say so many big words, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Nothing of
Does
this.
it feel cool though?
So,
the power?
It was cool, but it was really intimidating.
Yeah.
One, I have no comparison. I have nothing to relate it to. Nothing.
Which is
in my
usually
life.
good, but in this case,
Right.
sometimes not.
I was really nervous because when I'm with work people, I'm with the new guy, and they're meeting each other for the first time, which obviously they're just like, hey, whatever. Cool. But I was very, 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 very nervous, and I'm kind of shaky anyway. I'm a little old lady shaky. So I was really nervous. So Gilligan's like, "Oh, you hated it." I'm like, no, I didn't hate it. It was
nervous.
the initial acclamation of the experience. I'm like, please take me again.
So number 3.
Number 3.
So mine is a new hobby that I picked up, which is Zumba.
I want to go. I'm jealous. I'm a little
You gotta
bit
get your
jealous.
chest into it.
You're out there.
That's really not a move.
90-year-old guy and
Dude, so I'm usually
20-year-old
12
girl.
steps behind everyone, and I don't care. The lights are off. They turn the lights off in there, so you're I can't see her anyway. The chick that's leading it, and she's so enthusiastic and energetic and excited, and you're and she's just do whatever you want to do. If you're not following. So it's usually
Really?
me and some weirdos in the background and
There's,
an 80-year-old guy, and we're you know, it's awesome. And
well, if you can't see her,
afterwards-
what's the point?
I can vaguely see her. I need to
Oh.
stand closer.
No.
Because I think if I had glasses, or if I had my glasses on, I could see better. But okay. Anyway, Zumba, it's a good time.
Okay, so mine, you know this, but not our viewers, but I'm extremely OCD.
Really bad, clinically.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the definition of that?
Let's look up on the dictionary.
Okay, so my examples, before she reads it, I'm I make my
Obsessive compulsive
day.
dysphoria. Tell them
if
how
someone
you sleep.
moves, oh.
That's weird.
So I have a queen size bed, and I sleep in my space with a pillow next to me, so I don't leave my space.
So she makes her bed every morning, but all she has to do is do that.
So when I wake up, I'm
Done.
done. And then I feel like this is very
Telltale?
Yeah. If someone moves something in my house, one, I'll know if I wasn't there. Or at work. If someone sits in my chair at work, I go to work and I sit down and I'm like, someone was in my chair.
So
And
the
they're
movie
how do
Misery.
you know that? And I'm like, I just know.
Have you seen the movie Misery?
Someone's ass has been in my chair. Yes, I'm not her.
Cause a great deal of anxiety or discomfort, which then tries to reduce engaging in repetitive behaviors and mental acts, compensations.
No, I don't feel like that.
Do you feel like you were born with it? Or is it maybe?
I feel like everything has a place and everything should be
But, like,
the
have
way
you
that it
always
is.
felt
And if
like
you want to
that?
mess with it, then like shame on you.
But have you always been like that, or was it like developed over time?
It's developed over time, but my older sister is like that.
Yeah.
My mom was like that. So far my
So you
little
learned it
sister
growing
is
up.
not, but I think she's more like, I think it's like the strong female side. Like,
Is it
just
a
don't
problem?
touch my shit and I'm okay.
I feel like people with like borderline OCD like don't really believe it's a problem. Like, when is it ever like?
I don't know
intervened in
your
life?
definition. I don't feel like you read that and you
That's
thought
like
of me?
severe OCD. No, I
Yeah.
just looked that up. That's like severe OCD. But I feel like
No.
sometimes maybe you can like let go and relax a little bit. But you're like, no, like there are plates out for people. Like obviously I need to go do that.
The dishes in the sink
Yeah.
are dirty. Like I
I
don't
can leave dishes in the
sit.
sink for a while.
Like when people come to my home, I'm like always like up and like doing things. I don't know how
Never
to
sits
sit and like be. I don't.
Yeah.
Give me
I don't
my
know.
doll.
I'm not a doctor or anything, but well, thank you for tuning in. Check out next week. We'll talk about some other shit.
We may.
We'll have a review.
We do have a surprise guest next week.
Do we?
We have a surprise.
Oh, we do.
guest.
We have a
yeah.
surprise guest. Yeah.
All will be grand. Because
Yeah.
now, like, I have to do this or I get crazy because I'm OCD, right?
Yes. So tune in to hear more about the DTRing of our lives.